Madam Walla, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Talking Point.
Good evening, and a pleasure to be here after a little while.
Yeah, of course.
Good evening to all those who are watching out there.
This should be your first TV appearance since the decision by the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanga Nji, to recognize Mr. Tita Samuel as leader of the CPP political party. After that move, the state has decided. What has the CPP leader that you are? What have you done?
Oh, this move, first of all, it is important to note that it is completely illegal. There is no law in Cameroon that allows the Minister of Territorial Administration to enter into the workings of a political party and to nominate anybody, let alone the presidents of parties, as he has done with several parties. Number one is that we have written to the minister to inform him that he got confused somehow. He's also a militant of the CPDM, and since he has a candidate for the election, he's looking for people to support his candidate, but he cannot confuse his minister role with his militant role. So he went and nominated people who are all coming out to support his candidate, which he is free to do. He is free to go and canvass Cameroonians and ask them to support his candidates. But he, as a minister, he must work within the law and within administrative procedure. He has done neither. So we have written to him. The second thing is that we have taken him to court because he has created a lot of confusion in the public arena with this type of action. And I can also tell you that today I was visiting the administrative authorities here in Walla because not only after he signed his order, he also gave orders for our premises to be surrounded. People went so far as coming to my home under the pretext of notifying me of decisions. And we had to remind the administrative authorities that they cannot overstep their bounds.
So what have you been able to do? What has changed between the moves that you've taken so far? I should note that it's more than 1 week now that you've been taking that decision to take a court action and write to the minister. Yes. What has changed? Any response so far?
No response. We are very used to the government of Cameroon. They commit an illegality. You write to them, you take them to court, they will drag it out in court. Nothing has changed for us. As you know, everybody knows the CPP. You know who the national president is, you know who the secretary general is, you know who the various secretary generals are. They have been on the media, and there is no dissent within the leadership of the CPP. There's no disturbance whatsoever. So we are carrying out our party meetings, conducting our activities with no problems.
So you remain whatsoever. The president of the Cameroon People's Party?
Absolutely. A political party is governed by its constitution. And in almost all political parties that I know of, the president is not nominated. The president is elected by a Congress. You go to a Congress. We went to a Congress in 2014 where myself, Frank Esi, Benjamin Dumu, Edna Jilin, all of the people whom you know of the CPP were elected during that Congress. So we are the leadership of the party. For us to be removed, it is only that Congress that to sit again and to elect new people. So it is actually terrible because the Minister of Territorial Administration is one of the ministries that is supposed to help us to structure our political life.
He's actually structuring.
No, he's not.
Especially the opposition.
No, he is not.
The opposition parties that were having internal conflict. So he says
where is the conflict?
The move is to restore order.
I think it's also important for you journalists to ask the minister proper questions. Where is the conflict? If we are in conflict inside the CPP and the minister is notified of a conflict. I imagine somebody had to notify him. We did not notify him of any conflict in the CPP. If somebody notified him, then the normal thing for a minister to do would have been to communicate to us that he has been notified
and share from both parties
in our party. The first time we had information that the ministry is aware of any conflict in the CPP was during his communique where he nominated a new person. We have never been contacted by his ministry, neither by telephone, nor in person, nor in writing. What type of administration are we doing in Cameroon?
No, the CPP is functioning normally, like you said.
Yes.
The CPP has taken a stance with regards to the Anglophone General Conference convened by Christian Cardinal Tumi and a good number of religious officials and actors of the civil society. So far, we've been having diverse reactions, people condemning, others praising that it is actually a positive move to take Cameroonians, especially the English-speaking population, out of the current socio-political crisis in the two Anglophone regions of Cameroon. What is your view or perception with regards to these divergent views on this initiative?
Well, the CPP has come out very, very clearly. We think this is a positive step. You know our stance. We are for political transition in Cameroon. Within political transition is what we call national dialogue. And this initiative is placed as a precursor to national dialogue. That is, we should have an all-Anglophone dialogue to set a minimum agenda. I think amongst the Anglophone population, you have at least 3 different points of view, at least. But I think the 3 main points of view are those who still want a unitary state, so they are pro-government, pro this current regime. There are those who are pro-independence, they want to leave the union, and then there are those who feel that we must resolve the problem of the rights of Anglophones, but we should stay within the union and have a different form of state. Most of those federalism, whether they are 2 state, 4 state, 10 state, whatever, but they are federalists. Now, all of these groups, I think, agree on certain things. All of these groups agree that Anglophones are marginalized, they are discriminated against, and that there is a problem. So, in my understanding, the objective is to agree on this minimum agenda, so that if we are going to a national dialogue, there are at least the points of consensus before everybody is coming to say, no, we want independence, or we want federalism, or we want to stay. But at least as Anglophones, we have a minimum agenda.
The conveners have given, outlined certain preconditions.
Yes.
Like the release of those that have been arrested in connection with the crisis, and to let those who are in the diaspora come and take part in the dialogue. What do you have to say about that? Do you think it's an encouraging recommendation?
Yes, we totally agree that you cannot have dialogue under stress. You cannot have dialogue where some people are threatened. 1. Number 2 is that these 3 tendencies, which I have just outlined, must all be at the table. And for us, most important are those who want to leave. Because if you are constructing a house, those who have already agreed to stay, well, you will figure your way out. But those who are saying we want to leave are the most important people to have at the table, so that you can discuss with them. So we must have all of these people at the table. Now, there is nobody who is a separatist who is going to come and sit at that table if they are not guaranteed a minimum amount of security. So it is important for the state to agree to this. The leadership of this tendency has been arrested by the government of Cameroon. Once again, an illegal arrest. It is normal that they should release their leadership, so that their leadership can come and discuss.
What about the venue, Boya, where we are seeing people contesting that is not supposed to take place in the Southwest Regional Headquarters of Boya? Another venue could be.
I think the venue is the least of our worries. Let us worry about participation. Let us worry about the safety and the security of all those who are going to participate, and we can hold this conference anywhere. But I do want to outline Mr. Mayor of Buea is as confused as his minister, Mr. Atanga Nji. I think they are friends, from what I can.
But you cannot.
From what I can ascertain.
They are just doing their job.
But they are confused. They are confused because once again, no law allows a mayor to stop any type of event in Cameroon. There's no law which allows that. He's overstepping his bounds. There's no law. He can go and appeal to his district officer, but he does not have the right to stand up and say he will stop a conference from taking place. As who? Under what law?
Thank you.
We must keep to the rules in Cameroon. Already the rules are not very good, so we better keep to the few that we have.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Talking Point. We hope to have you some other time again.